Well, in our last video, we kind of were talking about getting the car fixed and just the bearings and the tires getting replaced. We went to pick the car up and they gave it back to us and it was making a horrible noise. So wasn't really sure what that was, and they didn't know. They're just basically a tire place. They did the front bearings, but they don't do much more than that, and they didn't know where the noise was coming from. So we took the car right over to our mechanic to try to figure out what was going on with it. Now we took it there and found out that it was the transmission. So,
although not without waiting until after the weekend after Christmas. And apparently he knew, but he didn't want to ruin our Christmas.
yeah, so that was nice of him to think of that. But now it's going to cost like $2,800 for a refurbished transmission and $5,000 for a new one. So it's going to be way more than the car is worth, and we already just put in over $800 to do the previous work on it. So, and we're still renting a car trying to get the other one fixed. So that was kind of a bummer. I mean, we had been thinking about within a year or something like that buying a new car to replace it, but we definitely weren't ready yet. So we were wanting to get a Honda CR-V, and so we were kind of going in that direction a year down the road. But our oldest son John, he worked at dealerships before at the Toyota dealer, so we called him up and trying to figure out, what kind of ideas he might have, and so he set us up, connected us with somebody that he knew from the dealership that he worked at to get us a really good deal. And it just happened to be the end of the year. You couldn't get any more end of the year than that. It was it was right before New Year's, so that's when you're supposed to be able to get all the good deals and everything. So we went in and probably had the smoothest time we've ever had buying a car.
Oh yeah, I have bought 2 brand new cars. I've had used cars, which is the reason why I only buy new cars. But I have, my prior experience was the whole haggling back and forth, takes all day to go through that process, and so wasn't really looking forward to it. And, just really wasn't sure how that was all going to happen with financing and all that kind of stuff. But yeah, it totally turned out to be easy peasy, best car deal I've ever done. It was awesome.
Yeah, so we're really thankful to John for setting us up with his friend over there and getting that. Now, one of the reasons we wanted to save up is because, we know God doesn't want us to be in debt. He says not to be servant to the lender, and he says you can't serve both God and money. And later on, he tells us to not to owe anybody anything except for the continuing debt, to love one another. So we definitely don't want to be in debt, but we kind of needed a dependable car because it's a little bit of a commute to the job I'm at now and the one that I'm going to be getting. And so we kind of felt like it was like a couple steps back to be able to move forward. And, it's going to be our desire and our goal to get it paid off as quick as we can. But it feels so nice to be able to be in a new car again. Last time I bought a new car was in 1988. And hers was 2001. So it just feels really nice. We're really happy with it. Felt like we got a good deal. And like you were saying, I mean, it just seemed like it went so smooth and all that.
And then plus too, in being minimal, we just have one car. And so when you have one car, you don't have like another one if the one car goes in for repairs or whatever. And so it's in the long run, I think, more economical, and you just feel safer having one new car that is in good working order. So,
and thanking God that the other car lasted all the way until I started working, and we were able to save up some money and get in a better position to be able to make the payment for a while and save up to be able to pay it off. So, just seeing God in so many things and in all of this, we're just really thankful.
yeah. And then, we were still kind of waiting to see what was going to go on with Quest because of the holidays. Things were kind of delayed in actually cinching the deal. And so we actually did our car payment based on what he gets now. So when he does get the new job, it's, that additional pay will be, it's unallocated, which is cool.
Be able to save easier and pay things off. But yeah, so God is good. We could just see him in all of this and just really thanking him for all that he's done for us in these recent times.
Yeah, so it's amazing. It's amazing to look back and see all the ways that he just carries you and prepares when you don't even know you need to be carried. I think that's the thing. You don't know what your future holds, and then when you look back and you go, whoa.
Yeah. So very cool. Very cool.